Today, where are we today, boys? Castleton. We're in Castleton today. We're going to check out a cavern with a boat in it, that we can go on the boat. But we've just found a stream by the car park. Is there Pokemon in your stream? Yeah, in the glove box. Not glove box, the ashtray. Well, keep all my money. Needs 20p for the car park. So if you park in this main car park in Castleton, it's £4.50 for 4 hours and £10 I think for the whole day, which is probably about typical for touristy places.
Hi.
Hi. Brendan's very hungry, aren't you, Brendan? What's this on your t-shirt?
It's a madhouse.
It's Planet of the Apes.
Yep.
Cool. Brendan's growing again, so he's eating constantly.
I'm like Kirby from Smash Bros. Food just flies in.
Apparently this is set in the Hope Valley.
I've just got mostly sandwiches and that.
Bacon cobs, I hear.
I don't know what cobs are.
It's a roll. It's a northern term for roll.
We're not northern.
No, but you're in the north. Was it £4.50?
£4.50 for what?
Parking.
No, £3.40.
Oh, I was looking at the
You're not
motorhome
making
parking.
No.
It's nice, isn't it?
The ditches we have.
It's cleaner than the ditch around the village green.
No, the water's about the same clarity.
Just there's more mud at home, right?
Same clarity. That's mostly a pebbly one, so you can see through it. So you can see the pebbles a lot easier. But we just have mud and a bit of clay.
Tell you what, we've been so lucky with the weather. Does not feel like October at all. A tea room?
I like tea rooms. You never know what to expect from a tea room.
So what's this place called?
No idea.
Something tea room, wasn't it? Tilly's Tea Room.
They have a Tilly's Bacon.
Tilly's Tea Room in Castleton.
Much advertisement.
Yes, well, if we've been somewhere
And we like it.
and we like it. The food looks gorgeous from what I've seen.
We just
And they do gluten-free.
which is always good for people.
Which is good for me.
Like you.
Oh, I've got lipstick.
Well, presentation is very nice.
And look, I've got lipstick.
Nicely. Cheeky. Did you get a nice leaf on your thing? Brendan did, didn't you? You had a nice leaf.
ate the leaf.
You ate the leaf.
I messed it. They ruined my milkshake.
Did you still taste it in your milkshake? I thought we managed to get most of it out.
Still tastes good.
You ruined your milkshake, Kenzie.
Okay, Blue John Stones. The only place in Britain that these can be found and mined.
Mining away. I don't know.
So, let's see.
And look,
They've got amber in there, so they've got lots of different things. Let's go and have a look at this nice stone. Blue John Stone.
New cavern vein. No, it's a vein of something. Old Tor vein, Cliff Blue vein.
I love
Vein of something.
amethyst, and if it's like amethyst.
I like the goblet though. That
Yeah.
does. I think it's a goblet. Oh, maybe. I love it.
Wow.
They've even got a butter knife, I think.
You've got everything.
What's this meant to be? A pearl blade, ornamental use only. Okay, it's not butter knife.
Lovely little pots. Like
Some
pill
tin-
pots.
They've got some timothies.
No sporks though, eh? So I'm not sure why it's not blue.
Humour. Because of the British sense of humour.
Oh, I would say it's blue and it's not.
Yep.
Maybe someone was colourblind. It's more of a purple vein, isn't it, than a blue?
I'll just call it amethyst.
I'll be over there in a minute. Hold on.
No.
What is it?
The reindeer.
It's an owl reindeer.
A reindeer.
Does it have a name? That is the strangest creature I've ever seen. Well, because it's an owl and a reindeer.
It's a freak of nature.
So this is one of the oldest buildings
well,
in Castleton.
Hills.
Which ones? They do look lovely. Look at that.
but it's
Oh, that's nice.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
What else beautiful?
Beautiful.
Egg hatch.
Your eggs hatched from Pokemon Go.
Yeah, all 3 of them.
Let's go up cliff.
So that's Peveril Castle, which William the Conqueror built just after 1066 and gave to his son. Was his son's name William as well? William Peveril, I think it was. Somebody Peveril or Peveril. And there's a castle up there that he gave to his son. Stunning stone walls. To the glory of God, in loving memory, Arthur Edward Orlanshaw, 1919-1970. It's a monument. I just love all the stone walls. I mean, it's not very good for wildlife, but it is beautiful. Okay, so in about half an hour we're going into Speedwell Cavern, where there is a boat that will take us underground. Wynates Pass, a fossilised seascape. Weather-worn 1 million years ago, wind and water slowly wore away the layers of sandstone and exposed the buried reef. Past generations of visitors thought Wynates was a collapsed cave, but modern geologists have discovered a more complex and more ancient origin, the coral reefs. Look again at the pass and imagine the same scene underwater in a warm sea with jutting rocks as coral reefs, and the pass as a shallow channel between 2 reefs. This is where the story of Wynates began. Over time, the coastland and the rivers flowing into the sea changed. Many layers of mud and sand covered the reef, which in time turned to shale and sandstone rocks. The remains of the coral reef turned to limestone. Remains of some of the sea creatures were preserved as fossils, like those that you can see in large limestone rock behind you. By 290 million years ago, the reef was buried under 3 kilometres of rock. That's roughly the same as the distance from here to the Hope Valley cement works. We did see those actually on the way in. The ice ages which carved the landscape of much of Britain put the finishing touches on Wynates, as the glaciers on high ground to the west of here thawed, torrents of water poured into Hope Valley. The ground was still frozen, so the water could not penetrate it, as occurred at other times to form underwater rivers and caves. This huge torrent wore away the last of the shales, revealing the limestone and cutting dramatic path that is in front of you. Brendan and I are going up there later.
Fossilised cranids. That is a lot of them. Look how densely packed that.
So there's the boat at the bottomless pit.
I don't know why they call it bottomless.
I don't know, maybe it is bottomless.
Some moron like me would just go, wee.
This is all the mining gear, isn't it?
Lied. Smack. Oh, is that the Queen?
Well, I said that, but your dad said no.
Sure it's not the Queen?
I said it looked like the Queen.
No, it's not the Queen, it's Coronation Street. It's the old building used to work behind the bar.
Oh, is she?
No, she's too wrinkly.
Have you seen the Queen?
Yes.
I've seen the Queen.
Launch of a new steel boat.
Kinsey, she won't have directly waved back, but she, constantly had to wave. She must have the strongest wrist muscles.
Miner's wedges.
She has like ripped wrist
Oh look,
muscles.
boys, a wooden spade. Can't imagine it did. Oh, clogs.
Someone tries to beat her in the thumb war, she just breaks their
Lots
wrist.
of mining gear.
Can't defeat me.
There's a geode. Gee.
Miner. Gotta put a helmet. Yeah. Gotta put a helmet on. We might have to take your hat off.
Take one and pass it back, maybe. Doesn't fit. Brendan, Brendan, I know what you.
Are you struggling?
Ow! 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 Ow!
Brendan's struggling because he's so tall. It's only going to get smaller, Brendan. You have to duck.
Is that shark going up?
Can you wait, please?
Alright, a bit of health and safety before we do start off. If you can see this white lip around the side, if you can keep your fingers in that, because this boat weighs 2 tons, and when it hits against the stone, it's going to hurt.
Oh God.
Can we actually move this way a bit?
It's more tilted than tilted cows.
Alright, and as well, if you can keep your hard hats on, because the roof is quite low, and when you hit your head, it's going to hurt again. Is anybody claustrophobic?
Oh,
It's going to be a good hour.
They've got sheet metal everywhere.
Yeah. Drip. I just got dripped on.
Very close to the edge. There.
Is this motored? Yeah.
I'm guessing so.
Alright, so, first question, can you all hear me?
Yeah.
That's good, we're off to a good start. Alright, so what we're currently travelling down is an 18th century lead mine. It was opened in 1771 and it closed in 1791. Now it was only open for 20 years because it was a financial failure. Put about 14 grand into it, and you got about 3 grand out. Very good. You got about £5 million in loss in today's money.
Wow.
Now this is because we only found 3 veins of lead down here. The first one is coming up on the left hand side in a little bit, just where this light is, I think. No, where that light is. Yeah. There we go. I've only been doing it for 4 weeks, so give us a break. The water's about a metre deep. This news that they can drink whenever they want. Their eyes lit up. Oh!
So you can imagine, ladies and gentlemen, what this would look like as a 7-year-old or even as an adult working down here 7 days a week with just a candle.
Wow.
Now this isn't from a giant visiting us. It's actually from stones coming back from the blasts. So think about it this way. You've got the wall right behind me, and then the explosion shoots all this rock to your direction. So you can think about the stones hitting the roof, chipping bits away. That's basically what that's from. Now, what they did when they were blasted is got a chisel and a hammer. Now they made a little hole, they packed that hole full of black powder. Now, they got a straw fuse which lasted for about 30 seconds. So about 30 seconds to get all the way back to the halfway house. Now, wading through water is quite hard, but the further back they got, the longer it took and people start to die, people start to get injured from flying rock and debris. So they thought it would be a good idea to make something called a safety hole. Now the first one, you had about 2 days to mine it out, unpaid, mind you. They have to use their own tools. This first one had to fit 4 men and all their equipment in there. The equipment first, because that's what costs the money. That's just coming up on the left hand side here a little bit. So just up on the left hand side. 4 men and all their equipment.
Whoa. Tiny. It only took 2 days to cut there. They had 2 days to carve that out. But do you think you'd get 4 people in there?
Yes.
Now, there is actually a second one.
They're so skinny.
This is actually called the poor man's vein, because it's the third and final vein of lead we found, and there was bugger all in it. Now,
What do you say?
He said there was bugger all in it. And the kids said, what was in it? And he said there was nothing in it.
now they had about 6 days to mine this out, only because we lied to the boss, just to get a few extra days.
Shouldn't know that word.
But they did get found out in the end, so they got fired. Now in them days,
Yeah.
when you got fired from a job, that's about it. You're going homeless, because no one would hire you. Now, that sacrifice, it wasn't in vain. It saved hundreds of lives from the blasting. So they may have gone hungry, but at least nobody lost a leg.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to join in though. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Are we steady?
Not really.
No, we're not that steady today. All right. Am I starting it off?
Yeah.
You got to join in. You can't just leave me hanging. All right. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream.
Do you know any of the other verses? Rock, rock, rocky boat?
We didn't do the crocodile bit.
No.
Hold on.
Rock, rock, rocky
Pull it
boat.
back. Hold on, come on. You got to do the crocodile. That's the best bit. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. If you see a crocodile, don't forget to scream. No,
I'm not growing yet.
Did we enjoy the boat ride under the cave?
Fabulous. We had fabulous tour guides.
What was that? What you're going to point out?
We had Bart and
Someone, you know, if it ever looks that empty, I bet it's always busy.
Oh yeah, pop it down then.
that looks important.
I do like the volcano in the distance. I know.
Devil's Pimple.
Devil's Pimple.
I hope I didn't, you know, like